Hi, it's Martin, Martin's Engine Services. Well, just look at this gem I've got sitting here on the bench now. Just take this beauty in. Got additional ventilation. Nice. This machine in front of me belongs to the family I do a lot of cars for, and it actually belonged to their great granddad and granddad, respectively. Um, he passed away several years ago, and this has been languishing in one of their sheds for ages. And they said to me, could I get Grandpa's lawnmower going? And I thought, well, I'll have a go for him. It's kind of nostalgic, I suppose. I have given it a major clean up and got some of the dirt and cobwebs off and wiped it down, but otherwise I haven't really touched it. And you can see it's a bit of a gem. It was made in 2002. It's one of those generic mowers, mount fields the same, and powered lawnmowers and all the rest of it. So I think the poor old thing's had a bit of abuse over the years, and it seems to have some possibly shrapnel damage here at the front, I think. But their grandpa was a special guy. Yeah, he's a wonderful guy, and he was quite a bit of a war hero. He was one of those sort of have-a-go, very understated British sort of guys from the time, and when rightly he got sunk a couple of times in Atlantic convoys, and he got involved in D-Day, and I think he ended up around in Japan and all sorts of places. He was one of those, and I remember talking to him one day about some of his antics, and he said, I'd have a bit of a go really and get help out sort of thing. He was a very, very charming sort of gentleman of that certain period of nice people used to meet from that era. And he was definitely a character, clever guy, an engineer, and he built his own houses, and he did all sorts of stuff. So one of life's interesting people. And they've quite attached to Grandpa's old lawnmower, and I thought, oh well, it's kind of sweet. I said, we'll see what we can do, and it's been sitting for years. So it's had a few, it's got a little bit of ventilation in the deck there and whatnot. I think the engine's still attached. I'm not sure what quite we're going to do, but they just want to see if it still goes. And I thought, well, I'll have a go at it for them. Bit of something intriguing to do. So the good old question of will it go? It's a trusty old Briggs and Stratton series. They've called this one the 35 Classic, but as you know, with Briggs, there's 8 million versions of different models and years and bits and pieces. So no one knows. So what I think I'll do, I'll pop the camera in the stand, and we'll have a look and see if we can get somewhere into making it run. So I have no idea about anything else. Literally all I've done is give it a clean, hoovered it off and wiped some of the moss and stuff off and debris and fungus, but we shall see. Right, I'll just pause things for a moment. Right, there we go. Sorry if there was a weird bit just appeared on the screen there. Someone got finger happy with the buttons. Right, let's start with the basics. Let's pop the air filter off and see what's going on in there. Well, that seems to be hanging off anyhow, so that's a good start. Yeah. Well, the air filter foam gauze is completely soaked in oil and blocked absolutely solid. Nice. I guess that's all come up the breather. It's quite oily in there. I can imagine that the actual foam in here is blocked up, and it's starting to suck the air up through the breather pipe. There's a lot of oil in the neck there, so and it weighs a bit more than it should. Right, let's pop the spark plug out, and it doesn't seem to be attached to anything. Oh, okay. Well, that's hanging off as well. That's a good sign. Yes, it's very oily as well. That's very oily. I can only presume that it's either burning a bit of oil or it's come up through the breather, but otherwise, looks functional. What's that? The old BP5HS. I think they fit it, or B5HS. So I think they fitted the Volkswagen air cooled and stuff. So, wonder if it got any oil in it. Let's have a look. Yep, too bad. About 2/3 full of oil, so that's good. I've actually tied off the safety brake so I can turn the engine over. So let's. Wonder if we got any compression. Oh, yes, we have compression. Blimey, we're doing well here. Now, have we got any spark is the next question. The age-old problem. Yes, we do. Wow, we've got a really good positive spark there. Okay. And a good fitting lead. Well. Alright then. Tighten him up and see what happens. Well, that's quite good news. It turns over, we got compression, we have spark. So, might just get socket and tighten that up. Right, so I've actually started looking in the fuel tank, and there's a little bit of residue in there, but it doesn't smell horrible. It's probably been laid up before ethanol fuel came along. Fortunately, it's a plastic carbs, there's nothing to affect there. Linkage all seems to work, so I guess it's time to throw a bit of petrol in and see if we get any noise out of it. That's the idle position, right? Where's the petrol? Right, we're back. Slight delay to go and hunt for the petrol. Bit of two-stroke mix won't hurt. Should be enough to get some sort of action out of it. Or no action, as the case may be. Let's have a little more fuel injection. That should definitely be enough. Oh! Hey, we got another live one. You see that huge cloud of smoke just go past. It's all wafting over the other side of the workshop at the moment. Well, look at that. They're quite amazing. Huh. I wonder if we, for a laugh, put some petrol in the fuel tank and see if that's going to work. Why not? This could be very optimistic or very foolish, one of the two. If nothing else, I can wash the tank out. Does the primer work? Even the primer works. How about that? It lives. He's just shot an amazing amount of bits of grass and bits of mud and everything out. It just went flying out from under everything. He's made a right old mess. I forgot about cleaning out under the deck. Whoops. Well, I guess it's cleaned out now. As you see, it's surging badly, but that's usually to do with the governor adjustment. Or it could have the famous air leak where these carburetors got the O-ring here. Sometimes you can actually see if the little collars come out of the O-ring, so it may even have the problem with the air leak between the plastic carburetor and the fuel tank. Because I had that on one of mine, and I think these are about £6 or £7 off eBay. In fact, I think you can buy the tank with the cap, the breather, and the carb complete for about £9 something. So you'd probably just throw a whole new assembly on. But how about that? They can't remember the last time this ran. Well, I'm really pleased about that. These good old Briggses are quite an amazing old thing. It sounds okay. See, it stopped surging when I actually held the throttle. It's bouncing on the governor, but when I actually held the throttle there, it stopped. So I'd imagine what it wants is the governor spring adjusting a little bit, or the linkage. Mind you, this has all been bent at some point. As you see, it's all a bit... needs a little attention. Oh, well. How about that? Another live one. I've no idea what they really want me to do with it, actually. I just want to see if we get it running, but let's just see how it behaved on the spark plug. It's cleaned up quite well. Actually, you probably can't see it, but it's actually smoking. Well. Dear old Grandpa Harold, lawnmower lives again. He would be proud of. I would imagine when he had this, it was really loved, because he was one of those people who looked after things. So, and you got to mind, this is 23 years old now. And these actual decks aren't made of very good quality steel at all. They're very thin. I might, if they want to just use it, I might get a little couple of patches and just literally tack a patch over there, just a patch over there, and seam sealing them or something, tap them down. But I guess it will still function. Oh well. Oh, technical problem there. Oh well. I might. What I might do tomorrow actually is it's raining now at the moment. I might warm it. I get it outside and then it warm right up, clear some of that residue out, and see how it goes. So excellent. We have another live one. I didn't expect it to be that easy. Yes, and there's a close-up of the slight issue with the deck. Looks like we've had a bit of silver foil stuck to it in the past, but I'm sure we could just stick a rudimentary patch over that. Just keep it functioning. I'm not quite sure what, but we'll come back to that. So, that was a little exercise this afternoon. And onto the Countax mower, just very briefly. I assembled it all. I've got the drive belt. I've got to get another belt. This belt's just a fraction too long, so I've just got to go down one size. But trying to work it out wasn't difficult. Wasn't easy. There's been one small technical error. There's two small technical errors to overcome. One, the frame isn't sitting quite square here. I've got to tip that over a little bit, just bend these brackets. And two, somebody got carried away and fitted these reinforcing strips here. However, he didn't realise that when you tip this, the top part here has got to slide down. And of course, the aluminium bracket hits that. So as you start to tip that, the bottom starts to open. So what we've got to do there is cut a piece off the end of the alley. There's still a plate inside. Cut the outside one off, and that should be fine. So it's just a little I see, these have got to come over, right? Yeah, I see what's got to happen. These need to go over a bit. Still, otherwise it all seems to work. So it's because it's raining now. I haven't been able to give it a test out there. But yeah, that seems to be the only problem I've come across. It's quite funny because I assembled it all and I thought, oh, I'll tip it. And I spent quite some time standing, of course, that side where the handle is, trying to tip it. And then come around here and realised, some idiots put a piece of metal in the way. So I just need to do a little bit of fettling here. Yeah, see, this wants to be out here. Yeah, that's what it is. He wants a little tweak. So, yeah, we can overcome that. But we are ready for the grand test. So, it looks like broken lawnmower central in here, doesn't it? Ride on mowers and broken lawnmowers and whatnot. But that's kept me amused this afternoon on a wet day. So, yeah. Oh, well. I'm really pleased about this little mower working again. I've actually got one of their family cars in for an MOT and check over actually, so there might be a little video on that. But they dropped this off to me the other day and dropped the car off and said, could you have a go at beloved Grandpa's lawnmower? And I thought, well, he was a lovely old gentleman, so why not? So wherever you are, Harold in the world, wherever you are, Harold in this world, your mower runs again. How about that? I think the family will be actually delighted, really. I always think it's kind of lovely when there's like an attachment to something like this and whatnot, and they sort of want to get it back in action. So it will live again. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this little video about me kind of getting another lawnmower to start and what I've been up to. So I'll leave you with the image of this delightful machine. If I come around this side, see it, yeah, it looks fine there. You see, you can't quite see the hole there, and it looks perfect. So I'll leave you with that. So thanks very much indeed for watching. Please like and subscribe. Gained another subscriber the other day, and the views have just gone over 19,000 now. So we're pushing on to 20. That would be fantastic. We get to 20,000 views, maybe by the middle of next month or end of this month. Would be a massive milestone. So anybody you can think of who might enjoy just one video or whatever, please tell them about my channel. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.